Beyond the mysterious beyond, in the farther reaches of our solar system, lives a giant, a gas giant, 300 times more massive than the Earth, and 1,300 times larger. Jupiter is probably the most interesting place in our solar system. Being made up of mostly hydrogen and helium, Jupiter has a closer resemblance to the Sun than to most planets. Due to its predominantly gaseous composition, it does not even have a solid surface. Jupiter's thick atmosphere gives way to an ever-changing liquid mantle. Although a solid core has been theorized, its existence is yet to be confirmed. So you could say Jupiter is just a spinning ball of gas drifting in space. Just a ball of gas, you say? The tremendous gravitational field of Jupiter rips up anything within range and is thought to have given rise to the asteroid belt. Planning to visit? The steep gravity well leads into 400-mile-per-hour winds and storm systems larger than the size of the Earth. Let's just say Jupiter is not the most hospitable place in our solar system. And if you do survive the storms, don't bother for a safe landing, because remember, this giant monstrosity of a planet does not even have a surface. At least you won't have a long day, since Jupiter is the fastest spinning planet in our solar system, with each day lasting only 10 hours. You will also be shielded from solar radiation, since this planet's huge mass generates a powerful magnetosphere. So yes, Jupiter has polar lights too. Let's talk about climate. Without the sun, the weather on Earth would be pretty much frigid, except for a few seismic activities. The same, however, cannot be said for Jupiter. Its seething soup of violent storms with chemically active gases like hydrogen sulfide and ammonia are powered not by the solar radiation, but by the internal heat of the planet, which reaches the surface via convection currents, much like a bubbling cauldron of soup which bubbles on the surface. But how can we talk about Jupiter without mentioning the magnificent red spot? As cute as it looks from down here, the red spot isn't quite the cherry on top. It is a supermassive hurricane that has persisted for over 200 years. Storm systems on Earth stall within a few days after hitting land. But where's the land on Jupiter? Thanks to that, Jupiter is home to persistent storms and arguably the roughest climate in our solar system. Stop whining, Neptune. Taking a step away from this deadly place and looking at its neighborhood, we find that this planet's strong gravity holds 67 satellites, the most notable ones being Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. These moons are just as fascinating as the planet itself, and not to mention a bit more hospitable. Io's low gravity coupled with Jupiter's tidal forces cause tremendous volcanoes on this satellite, with eruptions reaching 500 kilometers or 300 miles into space. Beneath the icy crust of yet another Jovian satellite, Europa, there might be a vast ocean which may even support some forms of life. Along with the plethora of satellite worlds, Jupiter also plays host to a total of 4 rings of dust and debris. Disappointingly enough, these rings are pulverized to such a fine extent that they aren't quite the same spectacle as Saturn's. The internal structure of Jupiter is a much debated topic in the scientific community. It is theorized that the mantle contributes to the majority of the planet's mass and is composed of metallic hydrogen and high temperature and pressure. This theory helps explain the enormous magnetic field of the planet. Jupiter's core, on the other hand, is something we're not even sure exists. It may have decayed as the planet evolved. Fascinated about Jupiter? NASA shares your curiosity. The orbiter Juno aims to shed light into the formation of Jupiter, thereby improving our understanding of how the planets in our solar system were formed. It will also hopefully tell us about what lies at the center of this enormous planet. Exciting times lie ahead. Juno is actually pretty close to Jupiter and is scheduled to enter orbit on the 4th of July this year. Equipped with an onboard color camera, Juno is going to provide high-resolution imagery while flying 5,000 kilometers over the massive planet on closest approach. Show your love for Jupiter by liking this video and let us know your Jovian thoughts in the comments below. And subscribe to stay updated and for more great videos. We promise you there's a ton.